When you are on a Disney vacation, it can feel stressful and overwhelming. There's lots of emotions. You want the trip to be magical. So what can you do as a mom or a primary caregiver to help make things go smoother? I'm sharing all my secrets in today's video. Oh, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Nasa Lee. I'm a mom of 6 of the Lee crew, and my husband and I are high school sweethearts who honeymooned to Disney and have been all about keeping the magic for our family. You'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for making the most of your Disney vacation from our real life family example. We've got 6 kids we're balancing the needs for on each Disney vacation, and so what I do to help you make the most of your vacation. Also photographer, so if you hit subscribe, you might also find some simple photo tips over on the channel as well. Okay, so let's get to those things that you are dying to know about how to make your Disney trip smooth. The first thing that I did is lots of research and planning before heading out on a trip, which is something you're probably already doing. You're watching YouTube videos, you're here with me, maybe you're watching some other channels. I watched plenty of videos, did my research, and took what I knew from past trips to make the most of my trip. But then I also got my kids involved in the planning. So we made lists of priorities for different rides, we researched rides, we watched videos of rides so they would know what to expect. We measured their heights, so when we walked into the park knowing what rides were our priorities, what we really wanted to do, what characters we wanted to meet, and knowing those things in advance helped the day go more smoothly. The other thing too is being familiar with the park, knowing kids' heights and what they were able to do. We could prepare them in advance so that they weren't disappointed they couldn't ride a ride. A lot of the things that I did from there on out were things I did in the morning. So my morning Disney routine was something that really helped make the day go smoothly. Before the day, when I was packing for the trip, I packed each day's outfits, everybody's outfits for one day, into a packing cube. And this meant it made the morning easy because I could just lay out the clothes for everybody. They could grab their outfit and go. There was no rushing through finding different outfits for different things. And also it meant we could have some fun family themes that I had gotten the kids involved with. They were all excited about different things that we were wearing. So that was one thing that I did to help the mornings go smoothly. The next thing that I did was actually prepping the night before, is that when we returned home from the park or after we got into the Airbnb from the airport, is I prepped the diaper bag and the snack bag the night before. When my mind was clear, after a long day in the park, the last thing you want to do is probably pack a diaper bag, but your mind is fresh if you're like, oh, I know that I needed wipes. In the morning, it can be chaotic getting ready, and by doing it the night before and just being ready, it made one less thing to do in the morning when you're trying to rope drop, but also it meant that I was fresh and I could remember what we used up, what we needed. Then the only things that I would throw in were things that needed to be chilled or throw in that ice pack that we needed. That was a huge one. One other little bonus thing that I did is I brought stain wipes. Now, I can't seem to find the little packets. I have them packed in all my travel stuff, but this Miss Mouth's Messy Eater, I can never say that, is the best stuff. And they have travel packets, so you don't have like a liquid that you're taking. And I packed those. That was a good thing that went on. We had a washer and dryer in our hotel or in our Airbnb. You can catch about staying on property versus off property over on the channel now. But we had a washer and dryer, and when my little one would spill chocolate ice cream on her princess dress, we were able to use that wipe on there and save the dress. So we weren't coming home from vacation with a bunch of stained clothes, but also we were able to save it and wash it for later. So bringing that was a big one. That would be a little bit unexpected for a Disney trip. Other things that I did in the morning routine was that I actually got up before everyone else. And you might want to get all your sleep, and I totally understand wanting to sleep in, but for me, getting up just 20 minutes before everybody else, I would do a light yoga, like 10 to 20 minutes of yoga, stretching, to kind of get my body in that mindset and kind of loosened up, relaxed. I was also doing a Peloton challenge myself, getting in exercise each day. We were walking lots of steps, but by doing yoga and stretching just meant that I was preparing my body and kind of getting ready for a busy day of lifting kids and standing in lines and waiting on rides and doing all those and walking thousands and thousands and thousands of miles. But it was a really good thing, again, to get my mind in the right mindset. And then I was also ready to go. I pre-purchased Genie Plus before 7 a.m. and I booked that first lightning lane right at 7 a.m. We got our virtual queue with the help of my husband. He booked that right at 7 a.m. Again, on the channel, find a full guide about Genie Plus and how to use it and decide whether or not it's right for your family. But by booking that first one right at 7 a.m., it really helped the day go smooth. I'd get those heavy hitter rides and know we were going into the park with at least one great ride that we weren't waiting in a long line for. Two other things that I did for a mom that really helped the day go smoothly was that I knew the priorities going into the park, and I also looked up character times and meet and greets. I had kids wanting to meet specific characters, and knowing when they were meeting would help me kind of plan the day and look at the day of what characters we could meet and what characters we could see mixed in with the ride, so that we could balance the needs of all the kids and all their wants, and we were able to meet a lot more characters that way instead of just stumbling upon them. So knowing approximately when they met was a big helper for my day. Also knowing those priorities going into the park, what were we really gonna ride? What were the kids' priorities? It helped us have a great day of, were like our must-dos, and everything else was gravy. And this final thing that I did as a mom wanting to make the most of my Disney trip was just having fun, relaxing, and knowing that things are gonna happen, and just to go with the flow there. I've done the best to kind of set up the day, and now I can just relax and have fun with the family and focus on us and know, again, crazy things happen. It's gonna be hot. They're not gonna have the Mickey bucket you want or something, but just kind of having that mindset. But those simple tips, especially those morning routine things and having that diaper bag ready, really made my morning smooth and really helped us get to lightning lanes or get to rope drop times. Now, one thing that I was not good at that I learned quickly was to double check those park times, those park hours, to know when they opened. There was twice that we switched which park we were going to, thinking the park opened at 9 a.m. and learning that, oh, it opened at 8 or 8:30, and then hustling because we wanted to make the most of the rope drop time. So in that early time or the night before, checking the park hours for the park you're going to would be a major, major bonus tip. I hope this is helpful, and I hope it'll help you have a great, smooth time, the best, most magical trip in Disney, and I will catch you in the next video.